Introducing RS30 Ultra. The first sim racing wheel and pedals designed by a professional championship racer. RS30 brings next-level realism to your racing sims. Sense the road, know your vehicle, and get faster lap times as you tear through the track. Dual helical gear motors give you more torque than traditional gear drive motors, with the same smoothness and quietness of a belt drive motor. Experience a stunning 6 Nm of torque, the most torque per dollar than any other wheel, and fast, accurate feedback with 0 dead zones. Feel every nuance and know exactly when you're understeering, oversteering, or losing traction. Spring-loaded pedals give you responsive throttle modulation and brake progression for absolute control and precision, just like the real thing. 2 additional paddles can be used as clutch and e-brake, or as pedal-free throttle and brakes. A rotation switch lets you easily toggle between simulation racing and arcade-style racing. Even the diameter of the wheel is calibrated to exact race car specifications. From the metal build to the suede wheel and steel pedals, every detail is dialed to give the entire system a high-end feel. Get better, go faster, win more, and enjoy every second of it. With RS30 Ultra, you'll race like a pro and feel like one too. RS30 Ultra by GTR Simulator. Go fast.
Good morning everyone and welcome to Flatout Racing League. You're watching here on Rallycross GT, the official broadcaster. My name's Kurt Daniger and I will be your host today. This is round 6. We are in Laguna Seca in the USA, one of the most traditional, most well-known tracks from the US, at least maybe outside the US. You know, except maybe for Daytona and other oval tracks, but super legendary track here. And we have the iconic corkscrew, one of the most well-known corners in motorsport, I think in any type of motorsports. Really looking forward for today's action. We are here with the amateur division. The guys are joining the practice lobby for now. This is the official lobby, but practice qualifying starts in about 8 minutes. So let's see who's here already. We got Ridge Raider in the chat. He says that he's feeling very confident today. Ridge Raider, it's this guy here, Smoke and Holt. He was driving a old school Honda NSX before, having a lot of trouble with that, but he was allowed to take a hit and change into a new car. He got the more modern Lexus RCF 2016. So he's saying he's very confident. He thinks it was the car, not the driver, causing all the troubles he had in the first 5 rounds. Let's see, and good luck to him, and good luck to everyone else as well. So drivers are still in the pits here. They are joining the party chat, getting the conversation going before the race actually starts. We can see them here in the pit lane. We have Moran, Progenitor, Mr. Smurf, Mac Ovo, who's been going really fast, Sweaty Palm, the championship leader, Stackenyak. What's wrong with his livery? It's all white here. I'm sure he had a colorful one. Yoni and Smoke and Holt. We're still waiting for the rest of the drivers to join. J Stewart here is in the wrong car. It's a GR4. It's supposed to be a GR2 grid. Oh, who's here? Corey GT35. Thank you for the follow and welcome to Flatout Racing League and to Rallycross GT. Corey will be filling in as a sub driver later today in the Pro Division, so I heard. I also heard that he's quite fast and might give Hako and the boys a run for their money. Looking forward to see you on the track, Corey. Welcome, welcome. Make yourself at home, join the chat while we wait here for the guys. Another 5 minutes before qualifying starts. Let me see if I can get hold of the standings in the meantime. Just tell you guys what's going on here in the amateur division. Right, so as you may or may not know, round 5 had to be postponed down to connection problems. So update 1.19 from Gran Turismo caused a lot of troubles for lobbies. So sometimes we cannot start the race. So round 5 had to be postponed. There was Autopolis. So that's going to the end of the season. So as of round 4, let's go check the names here. As of round 4, where is he? So Sweaty Palms, here he is. You're coming out of the pits now. So Sweaty Palms in the NSX leading the championship with 37 points. So 37 points, and he is 1 point ahead of C. Barry, who I do not see in here. I do not see Barry, the current P2 in the championship. It's not on the track. Hopefully he comes later. Otherwise his championship hopes are going down the drain. In P3 we have our boss here, Mark Moran. He's currently sitting in P3 in the championship with 27 points. He's the guy here that created, that organizes Flatout Racing League. So we're all here thanks to him. So he's currently sitting in P3 with 27 points. 2 points ahead of this man here, Progenitor, with 25. And then we have Jay Seward and Yoni equal in points. Where is Yoni? Yoni's here. So Yoni and Jay Seward, they're equal with 22 points. So the battle for P3 in the championship is wide open. You have King Yak. Where is the Mr. Yak here? The stacking Yak still in the pits, must be AFK. He missed out on round 4 actually. And with that, he's with 18 points, so he's 4 points behind Yoni and Jay Seward. But I would say he's still within reach of a P3 finish in the championship if he keeps pushing. So drivers are out in practice. Right now we have 3 more minutes for the actual qualifying to start. As you see, Mac over here, he joined in late in the championship, but he's already in P8 with 14 points and only 1 race. He's actually, going off track there. Bit of smoke coming out of his car. Let's hope that he does that on the race as well, or maybe not. Some of the guys will be hoping that he bins it because he's quite a fast guy. He's participated in only 1 race and he won it, and he's currently sitting P8 in the championship. High hopes for him, but let's all hope for a very good race today. Laguna Seca is prone to accidents, especially here in turn 1 where they are right now. Sometimes people forget which pedal is the brake or the clutch. They press the wrong one and they just go straight in the back of their colleagues, and ends up ruining everyone's race. Let's hope that doesn't happen today, and we have a safe race. If that happens, we might have a red flag. Might have to call red flag. Smoke and hold here. Everybody just starting their fast laps, but he's currently sitting in P5 with his new car. That's definitely better than he was doing before with the Odin SX, where he was always at the back of the pack. Maybe today is redemption for him as he comes into the corkscrew. Let's see what's gonna happen. Oh, smooth. Oh, no, not so smooth. Was that lag or was that a mistake? You can see that the cars are skidding sideways a little bit too much. That's connection problems. Gran Turismo 7 is known for its instability problems, much worse than we had in GT Sport. Here comes Smoke and Holt. Improves his time by 1.2 seconds up to P6. Not too bad. Not too bad. So it's top of the hour now. So qualifying start now. 10 minutes. 10 minutes everyone. I will be calling them every few minutes just to let them know when we are about to start the real deal. Progenitor here improving his lap time. He's sitting P6, just ahead of Smoke and Holt. But he needs to push harder if he wants to get that P3 overall in the championship. Oh, Yoni in the pits. He's burned a little bit of fuel, so he's gonna get new boots. Yoni, who was one of the championship contenders in the early stages of the season. Yoni actually, he just missed out on staying in the Pro Division in the final few laps of the qualification for the season. So if you're not aware, we had whole qualification shenanigans back in May, and we had 3 sessions. Yoni was just at the edge of Pro in the final session, and he had pace to go faster, but he ended up botching it and missed out. Got knocked down to amateur, so he's arguably one of the fastest amateur drivers we have in the season, but he's been quite inconsistent as well. He's also got a maneuver named after himself, which is when you're pushing hard to overtake someone and then you bin it. That's the Yoni maneuver. As we see, the championship leader, Sweaty Palms, getting the pole position from Mech Ovo. That's good stuff there for the championship leader. He's going quite fast. Let's see Ovo here. So we have Honda and GTR, which is quite nice, battling up front, and Ovo going 4/10ths quicker in the practice. Goes a little bit too wide, hits the dirt. There we have Yoni in his out lap. He just put fresh tires with slightly empty tank. Let's see what he can do in terms of lap times. He's got a 1:16.1. He's just about a second off the back of Sweaty Palms. As they come through the Cooper Tires arches. Mrs. Murph already changing tires there. Let's call here the 7 minutes warning. Seven minutes left. Moran currently sitting in P3 in the standings. P4 here. Sweaty Palms left the room. I think connection problems should be coming back. Stachyniak as well, doing some weird stuff at the back. And now he's back in the front of Moran. So as you guys can see, connection is funny today. Let's hope that no one gets disconnected. During the race, we've seen that happen to Yoni actually. He was leading at Daytona round 2 and got disconnected. That was before he had a move named after himself. Evil Melon, welcome to the chat, mate. Welcome to Flatout Racing League and to Rallycross GT, the official broadcaster. It's good to have you with us. I heard that you will be driving. I thought you were gonna be here with the amateur, Melon, or you're gonna be subbing for the pros, or you're not subbing at all today. Let us know. Let us know in the chat. And what is going on here between Yak and Moran? Looks like Moran went off track, maybe down to Yak hitting him, but it's not Yak's fault. As you guys can see, his car is all over the place, and Moran is now in the dirt there. Probably gonna bring it to the pits and change tires. Five minutes. Gonna call them again when it's 2 minutes left. So Melon have not run his practice laps yet, so he doesn't know which league he's in, so he's not allowed to race today, which is a shame. And Moran just goes straight in the corkscrew. Oh, sideways there, almost collects Mac Obo, who's currently in the pole position. Actually, yeah, he does have the pole position. He does have the purple time there on the left. Even though Sweaty Palms is back on the track. But I'm not sure if his time would have been preserved after leaving the track, or leaving the room rather. Right, there's a few more minutes left in practice and qualifying here. Let us know in the chat, guys, who you're rooting for. We've got 13 people here with us. Welcome everyone to Flatout Racing League. This is round 6, straight from Laguna Seca in the US. Let's watch here, Sweaty Palms. Let's go on board with him, on board with the championship leader. See why he's a championship leader. Big uphill here as he comes to the corkscrew. Taking that into second gear, okay, to prevent excessive wheel spin. Lift a little bit as he comes into the pit entrance there. Pit to the left, he goes straight. And here he comes. What's the time going to be? Doesn't look like a pole position time. So 15.6 puts him in P2. Beefcake Haley here in the chat saying that he's cheering for this man, Mr. Moran. So Moran is sitting in P4 overall in this race and P3 in the championship. So Yoni, they're apologizing to someone. I think they had some contact. Unfortunately, we don't have a replay, so we cannot go back there and see what happened. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes left in practice. Can Moran improve his time? Can he start in the top 3? So Moran is currently 3rd place in the championship standings. But I have not heard from Barry, and I think he might be missing out on this race, which is a shame for him. Great for the other guys. Smoke and Holt now putting the tires that he wants to start in the race. Remember that today, soft and medium compounds, they're both mandatory. And you have to run at least 5 laps with each tire. This is quite a long race today. 1 minute warning. 1 minute left. I can see the drivers already going all to the pits, putting the tires that they want to start the race with. Some people still trying to make their final efforts to get a quick lap time. Smoke and Holt pushing harder through the corkscrew. Will he have enough time? Yes, I think he can cross the finish line before 10 past. So he will be able to finish his fast lap before the qualify finishes. So there he goes, he's crossing the line, it's 10 past. Qualify over. Right, so qualifying is over. Drivers finish the race, finish the lap rather, and pull over. So Moran here, welcome to the chat, mate. Barry is out this week, so the championship P2 is out this week. What a shame, and Barry Chaos also not racing today. So we're 2 drivers down. We're down to 9 today. So that's very good for whoever is racing today. So they're gonna be able to score extra juicy points, I guess. You can see Ovo and Progenitor here on the side of the track as everybody's finishing their fast laps. G Seward, Smurf there with penalty. Smoke and Holt, I cannot see where he is. Sweaty Palms, Ovo. Who is still on the track? It's J Seward. He's improving. Can he improve enough to get Yak? Don't think so. He was just 1/10 down. He needs 4/10 to get 1 position. Here comes J Seward. Coming down the straight. What is the time going to be? There's a 4/10 improvement. He does get P5 from Stacking Yak. Great stuff there from J Seward. Last effort by 0.012, so 12 hundredths of a second he managed to get the position from Stacking Yak, who's not going to be very happy about that. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Qualifying should be done and dusted. We have Mr. Smurf now coming to cross the finish line. But he's got a penalty, so that lap is not gonna pay the penalty. But there he is. Ooh, 25 seconds down. That's not a very good time. Are we ready, ladies and gentlemen? I think we are. We're just waiting for race to start. Race control is with you. Just have Germ joining the room now. He's a bit late. Issues again. Okay, so we're having issues, connection issues again. So everybody's gonna try to unready themselves. Everybody unready. And then ready again. So, so we do have more people here. Major Vukov, I was not seeing. Germ, I was not seeing. Turner, So we've got quite a full lobby actually. Jesse, I was not seeing. So quite a few people unable to, like, not see the track. Guys, please hit the red button. You should have a red X here. Everybody hits the red X. Just Jesse and Yoni missing. Come on, guys, a red X, big red X here on the left-hand side. So the guys maybe not so used to this procedure. So we're losing a little bit of time here. So apologies for the delay, guys. Just some technical issues down to connection problems in Gran Turismo. Just Yoni left to unready himself. So someone give it a shout to Yoni there in the voice chat. How long is the race? 35 laps, mate. 35 laps. Here on the top. It's going to be a long race day. It's roughly like 40 odd minutes an hour. So it's quite long. So what do you guys say? If Yoni doesn't unready himself in the next minute, we kick him out. Misses out on the race. Oh, so he's saying his screen went black here on Discord. So I think he actually, yeah, he left the room. So Yoni's game had crashed. So he's joining back. Jess is joining back. So Yoni should be coming back. And we're gonna try again. So let's see how many people we have. We have 12 racers. How many do we see now? We do see 12 drivers here on the top. See on the top left? It looks like, guys, we're gonna have a race today. Just waiting for Yoni. What was that on the back of Vukov's car? I love that. It's red from Cow and Chicken. That is awesome, mate. I love it. Super cool. I don't know how I've never noticed that before. Unless he added it after a few rounds. Dana Eileen here cheering for Progenitor. Hey Dana, welcome back. It looks like we'll be able to race today. We just had the same connection problem as last time, but everybody unreadied themselves, and now we can see all the 12 drivers. We're just waiting for Yoni, who had connection, like his game crashed, rather, not connection problems, his game crashed. Melon asking, any RXGT drivers in this race? Unfortunately not, but we have our man Ricardo Pickles, Pickarick, in the Pro Division. He scored his first podium, I think, last week in Autopolis. So really looking forward to that. We have a bit of a situation here for Yoni. Because he got disconnected, his time was erased, so he's gonna start at the back of the pack. So not great for him, but we are a little bit late already. We cannot wait much longer, so we need to go as we are. So drivers pulling on the side. We have Jerem here, who we missed. So let's see this. Let's see what this looks like. So Ovo first. Sweaty Palms, the championship leader. It was meant to be Yoni somewhere up there, but he left the room. He's here now. We should be ready to go. Oh, I cannot see Yoni. I cannot see Yoni. think I'm gonna have to unready again. So as you see, we have 14 people in the room, where 13 have entered the race. So 13 drivers have entered the race. And I was not seeing all those. Oh, I see 13 now. I see 13. Is that it? Yeah, I see everyone. I see everyone now. I can see everyone. We should be ready to go. So they're gonna give Yoni one hot lap. Let's go on board with him here. So as soon as he finishes his hot lap, we're gonna start. Apologies to the pro drivers, as this probably means a little bit of delay. Scrap that. Race is on. It's race time, guys. Mac Ovo pulling the pack. We're gonna have to reset the camera shortly. And it's race time. Here we go. It's a very good start from Ovo here. We see a little bit of accidents there at the back. Someone is in the wall. I think it was Yoni in the wall as Ovo comes pulling the pack. We're gonna wait for turn 1 and then we're gonna reset the camera. People here keeping it cool in turn 1. We just had a little accident there at the start. Let's quickly get out back into spectator mode. And we have the cinematic camera again. Another bug introducing 1.19. Makovo holding on to the lead, but Sweaty Palms super close as they already leave Moran 1 second behind. So Moran's got a lot of work to do here in his hands. He's on medium tires. Let's see here. Looks like most of the front runners are on mediums. Jay Seward pushing hard to get Morans on medium tires. Smoke and Holt. Very good start for him in P5 with the new car. Great debut. Maybe it was the car indeed, not the driver. Seeking redemption here this time. Germ, the first of the drivers in soft boots. In the Lexus, he's in P6. Then we got Jess in the NSX also on softs. Stakiniak on mediums, Turner, Progenitor, Smurf there with some damage to the front of his car. Just fighting with Yoni. Yoni was on soft tires, I think because he was doing the hot lap. And he had that accident at the start with the blue car that I saw hitting the wall. So he's got a lot of catching up to do now. Not a start of race he expected, but yeah, not much we can do about that. So Yoni's also on soft, and that's it. So we've got only 3 drivers on soft boots in this start of race. So that's quite interesting strategy wise. 35 laps. I'm not sure if they'll be looking at 1 stop only or 2. Bear in mind, Laguna Seca has got one of the longest pit stops in Gran Turismo. So going for a 2 stops might be time consuming, to say the least. So here comes Ovo with just about 8/10 gap to Sweaty Palms. Palms, the championship leader, is going to extend that lead for sure today because Barry is not here. So there goes Sweaty Palms, and they already put 2 seconds on Moran. Moran's in P3. Who was here was Beefcake Haley cheering for Moran. Look at that. The boss here in P3. Same place where he is in the championship. So if he finishes in this position, that should be quite good for him. For the standings. Jay Seward in pursuit. Whoa, goes a little bit too wide. He's going to spin. No, he managed to save it. But Smoke and Holt trying to find a space around the inside, so Jay Seward's got dirty tires. A little bit of trouble there. Yoni out of luck. And Yoni has abandoned the race today, unfortunately. As we see a little bit of commotion here. Someone's in the wall. That's Smoke and Holt. Smoke and Holt in the wall. A little bit of commotion there in the corner exit. It's going to be difficult to bring the car back on the track. It's quite slippery here in the gravel traps. So Smoke and Holt with some damage to the rear wing and to the left rear suspension after that contact. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, what caused that, but he ended up in the receiving end and lost a few positions. I don't know what happened to Yoni either. He was unable to qualify. Then he had an accident at the start, and then probably something else happened that he was really upset. Dropped a message in the chat there, and before retiring. So it's a shame for Yoni. He was one of the championship contenders at the start of the season, but now his championship hopes are completely dashed. As we were watching here, the battle between Sakiniak and Jesse. I don't know if it's just me, but his NSX is super gorgeous. I love it. JC were there having troubles with the gravel trap again. This time on the right side, a little bit of contact with Jesse, and Jay Seward almost loses control. Stackinyak with a bit of lag issues there. Maybe that's what happened earlier and took Smoke and Holt out. Ooh, a little bit of a dive there from Jay Seward. Turn in the receiving end of that one, ends up off track in the corkscrew. So very heated start of race here in Laguna Seca, as we are only lap 4. We got 30 more laps to go, 30 odd laps to go. If it's gonna keep going like this, it's gonna get nasty, guys. So let's try to keep it calm, because this is a very long race, very long race. Smoke and Holt down to P9, followed by Mr. Smurf 2 seconds behind. Progenitor, not great start of race here. Dennis, watching you, mate. So you better up your game. Good lap there, 120. But he needs to do more work now. He's 9 seconds off the back of Mr. Smurf and Major Vukov. I don't know what happened to him here as well, but he is 35 seconds off the back of Progenitor. He's 112 off the back of Mac Ovo, who's the leader. So Ovo will be lapping him very soon, actually. Ovo already putting 4 seconds on Sweaty Palms. You can see Major Vukov there in the front. So he's about to be lapped. With only 6 laps completed. So Mac Ovo setting the fastest lap one more time, 1:17.453. So he's leading the race, 4.5 seconds gap to Sweaty Palms, Major Vukov. So that's what's happening there. He's struggling in the corners, straight as the car, and we've lost him as well. We lost Major Vukov. We lost 2 drivers already. Unfortunately picked up terminal damage there from going off track, and had to retire for the day. Makovo leading the pack. Sweaty Palms the championship leader in P2. So if Makovo continues to win races like this, he's gonna close the gap pretty quickly. But if Sweaty Palms keeps getting P2s like this, he should be able to hold on to the championship lead. We have Germ up to P3. Great stuff there from Germ. Driving the Lexus. So Moran probably had an incident somewhere. Let's see when he closes the lap. So there was a 119. It's not a bad lap. So he had 2 laps there at 21, lap 3 and lap 4. So maybe he lost a lot of time on those laps, because Germ had a 19 and 18 again. So Germ pushing really hard. But Germ is one of the few drivers to have started in soft tires. That explains a lot. So that's why Germ here is pushing hard and able to get past Moran with relative ease. And Jesse is the other one with soft boots. We also had Yoni, but Yoni has already retired. So look at the lap times from Jesse, 17-0 against 19. Oh, careful there, Jesse. Against 19 odd from Moran in the mediums. So, well, the fastest lap for Moran was an 18.5, the second lap of the race. And a 17.8 from Germ. So Jess is going much quicker, about a second and a half quicker than Moran. Is that what the tires can do here? A second and a half? Wow, that's a lot. But he had some moments there as well. Lap 3 at 27. Not a very good lap here as well. He had a moment that we saw on camera, 19.2. So if he keeps going like that, he would not be able to catch Moran. But he's got a very good gap here to Jay Stewart. 35 laps today, but the laps are really quick. Under 120 each lap. I don't know what the pros are doing. So the amateurs here, they're racing on Group 2 cars. The Japanese GT 500. While the pros, they will be racing in GR3 cars. So GT3s. Turner in P7, big gap in front, big gap behind. Mr. Smurf in P8, Yak in P9, Smoke and Holt and Progenitor now at the back of the pack. So he's actually catching up with Smoke and Holt. Major Vukov was behind Progenitor before. Let's go passenger seat ride here with Progenitor. So we have supporters for Progenitor here in the chat. So we're all sitting here in the passenger seat as he chases Smoke and Holt. Into a right-hander, now left. The pit entrance to the left. There he goes. His laps are good average there. Everything around 120. So it's quite consistent. While Smoke and Holt to see 39, 19, 19, 29, 19, 23. So Smoke and Holt is much less consistent than Progenitor, and as we know, consistency in motorsports is everything. So if we keep going like this, I think Progenitor is gonna get past Smoke and Holt, and then we will know if it was the car or the driver. Into the corkscrew. Third gear there for him, second for Progenitor, and the gap is down. The gap is down to half a second. Let's watch this battle. Let's watch on board here with Progenitor from the driver's seat. In fact, let's go chase cam, reverse chase cam. Here with Smoke and Holt. Progenitor tidier in turn 1 in the hairpin, but lost a little bit of time in the corner exit as they come into the Cobra Tires arch, the end of sector 1. So Progenitor messed up there, lost quite a bit of time, and we're gonna go watch something else then. Yak got a good gap, 5 seconds to Smoke and Holt. He's also 5 seconds behind Mr. Smurf, who almost here messed up in the corkscrew. So Mr. Smurf holding on to P8. He's 4 seconds behind Turner. Turner coming to close another lap with a 21.0. Not a very good time. Jay Seward 7 seconds ahead of Turner, 12 behind Jesse. So we have very large gaps between all drivers. Jesse in the soft boots, his lap time's 18 odd now. Still much faster than Moran. Ooh, actually Moran did a 17.9 now this lap. Then he proceeds to make a small mistake in the exit of the corkscrew. And Germ here in the soft boots. He's pushing hard, but I think Moran's gonna get him in the second stint when he changes to medium and Moran changes into softs. How are the front runners doing? Sweaty Palms with 8 seconds to Germ in P3 and 7 seconds behind this man here. The pole position who just scored a 16.455 on medium tires. Makovo is absolutely smashing this one. Really fast driver. It's putting about half a second per lap on Sweaty Palms in average, I think. Let's go to the back again. So we have Yak there at the back of the pack. I don't know what happened, but I would assume he messed up because Progenitor is still behind Smoke and Holt, who decided to wake up and put some fast laps. 18.9 and then a 19.7, while Progenitor is consistent on the 20s. So it's good that he's consistent, but he needs to get faster. He needs to push a little bit harder, find the places where he can push a little bit more. I can see that he's got, I think it's stability control on. So if you see on the bottom of the screen, flashing red icon, that's stability control, and that will help keep the car straight in a lot of situations, but that will also slow you down significantly because it doesn't allow you to guide the car as you would like. So that will slow you down quite a bit. So maybe Progenitor, you know, try for next race to practice without that. As he finally goes into the 19th, he breaks the 20-second barrier. 19.554, and stacking up the first driver into the pits. Lap 12. So he got 23 laps to go. Is he going for a 2-stop? I think he is. Interesting strategy. He's also got traction control on. When you look at Smoke and Holt, he doesn't have any icon there flashing. He does not have traction control. Whoop. And look what happened there. Just because I said I was looking at him, commentators curse, and Smoke and Holt is out in the dirt. Commentators curse, I'm sorry about that, mates. As he gets lapped by the race leader Mac Ovo. So no traction control, sometimes stuff like that can happen. There's no shame in using assists. You know, if you're happy with that, if that makes you comfortable in the race and you don't mess up, then by all means use it. But it will slow you down in the long term. Mr. Smurf now chasing C. Turner. Let's watch this battle. We're watching here from the helicopter camera. Now from the track side. Under 1 second gap between these two drivers. Mrs. Murph has been putting 19s recently, while Turner had a few higher laps there at 22, 20. Let's watch this battle here for now. Into the corkscrew comes Turner. Very good corkscrew there for both of them. Smurf falling behind a little bit, 1.2 seconds. Into the right-hander before the pits. As they come left, this is a very tricky corner. It's more than 90 degrees, and you can gain or lose a lot of time here. Smurf pushing into turn 1. So both very tight, very close to the apex. And Smurf unable to close the gap now. He scored 120 flat there in the previous lap, while Turner did 19.7, so 0.3 quicker. So how's it here behind? Progenitor staying in front. Yes, Smoking Hot spun, wasn't it? And Smoking Hot going off track again, but I think he was... Whoa, careful mate. I think Smoking Hot was giving way to sweaty palms and ended up compromising his own race, which is a shame. He was doing really well at the start. He did much better in qualifying, but unfortunately, maybe not enough time to get used to the new car and not doing a great race. Jesse into the pits. Let's see Jesse's tires. You can see on the bottom left of your screen. It's about 20-25% worn and just under half a tank. So I think he's gonna fill up to the max and go 20 laps. 20 laps on medium. One stop strategy perhaps. Let's see the work of the Honda team here. And there he goes. Did not fill up to the maximum. He should have enough fuel to go the distance, I would assume. He's gonna go with the medium tires. Back to the race we go. Here's Progenitor, and he's about to be lapped by Makovo as well. Makovo pushing really hard, so Progenitor, he's receiving blue flag, but I was about to say he should be careful not to botch it by giving way, which is what happened to Smoking Hot, and he almost compromised his own race here as well. Fortunately he didn't. He's in P8 at the moment, but we know that Jesse has already done his mandatory pit stop. Started on soft, now he's got the medium tires on. Mr. Smurf and C. Turner still engaged in battle. 1.5 seconds between them. Smurf unable to close in. As Morin holding on to P4 with a 4.5 gap behind Germ, who just comes into the pits now. So Germ into the pits. I think he's going for a one-stop strategy as well, 20 odd laps. Morin into P3. Sweaty palms. 10 seconds behind Makovo. So Makovo scored that 16.4. He had 2 more laps into 16s, and now he's going slightly slower for his standards, clocking 17s and 18s. So taking it easy now. Germ comes out of the pits in P5, right behind Jay Seward. Heading in front of C. Turner and Mrs. Smurf. That's good for him, so he's not gonna get any traffic, or serious traffic at least. The guys behind have got worn tires, so they're not gonna threaten him much. And Jay Seward also got worn tires, but there's 4.5 seconds gap. I would assume Jay Seward is gonna stay out for another 3 laps perhaps. So Germ might have enough clean air not to be held back. So now Germ's got Germ's got the soft boots, so medium boots, but fresh. He needs to push as hard as he can to come back in front of Moran. So Moran is his danger man after the pit stops. The two here staying out, both of them, and C. Turner, I don't know if he made a mistake or Smurf just went really well in the sequence of corners, but the gap is down to 1 second, 20.8, 20.3, so half a second taken by Smurf in this last lap. It's good that we have a lot of gap there in the front, between the front runners, so we can watch some battles here at in the mid-pack. They usually don't get enough attention, but today, look at that, half a second between them. Smurf dangerously close to Turner now, within sleep range almost. Slipstream is from 0.750. So yeah, there he is in sleep now. But it's really difficult to overtake here in Laguna Seca. You need to hope for a mistake from your opponent. Go for a dive here at a bit late there in the corner for Smurf. So you can go for a dive in the corkscrew or a dive in turn 1 as well. So here comes Germ for his first fast lap on medium tires. Let's see the time. He is closing in on Jay Seward quite a bit. That's 18.6. Jay Seward did a 19.7, so that's a whole second. As Mac Oval comes into the pits, Sweaty Palms stays out. Sweaty Palms stays out. So Mac Oval's got much fresher tires. Not awfully fresher, to be honest, than Sweaty Palms. But he's going for 15 laps, 16 laps on softs. So what, Sweaty Palms gonna push the mediums a little bit longer. So they were doing 14s in qualifying. I think we're gonna see a 14 from Ovo now during the race. Moran is doing 19s as he's gonna lap Smoke and Holt now. So Moran staying out, lapping at 20. Jay Seward gonna close another lap, but Germ is super close, only 2 seconds now. He's literally taking a second per lap. So Germ's time was a 19.2 against a 20.5, and a big mistake there on this corner from Jay Seward. He went a little bit too deep, gonna lose more time. So Germ is doing 19.2, quite a bit slower than his outlap for some reason, but still good lap, while Moran is lapping 20, so it's still but a second faster than Moran per lap. And Moran's got traffic, he's got Smoke and Holt, who should open up, should give way to Moran because he's a back marker. Moran stays out, Smoke and Holt stays out. And we have Progenitor in P9 also. Let's go watch this from the other side then. So here's Smoke and Holt, and he's now chasing Progenitor. Progenitor has not done his pit stop yet, but he had a lap at 140. 140, so Progenitor hitting trouble there. He had 2 laps at 23, so 2 small mistakes, and then 140. He probably went off track seriously bad somewhere. Meanwhile, Morin still struggling to get past. Smoking Hole should hit the brakes and let Morin through. But I think he's afraid of lifting and going off track again, which happened already before, earlier on we saw. And there is Progenitor off track again. Not having a very good race there, the Canadian driver. But there's one man who's doing worse, and that's Stacking Yak. Where is the Yak? Okay, we couldn't see the dynamic camera because he was out of view, but he just spun again. Stacking Yak on soft boots already. When you think it's bad for you, it can also be. It's probably worse for someone else, as we saw Major Vukov and Yoni already pulled out earlier in the race. It was a shame, but I understand the frustration. Sweaty palms staying out. He's now lapping at 17.7, and Ovo already put a 15.8. Ovo already put a 15.8 there. So, okay, here comes Sweaty Palms into the pits. Makeover should get past, no trouble, but Palms is gonna have fresher soft tires for longer. I think this is going to be a one-stop race for everyone. Morin still has not gone to the pits, so he's stretching his first stint for as long as he can, while Germ is less than 25 seconds behind. He's past Jay Seward. Jay Seward has not pit yet. He hit a 23 in the last lap, while Germ is doing 20s. Sweaty Palms already out. So he was about 15 seconds in front of Ovo. He's now 13. Let's round that to 15. So that's 30 seconds pits. So you're losing 30 seconds in the pit, give or take. And that was a short pit stop because he didn't have to put a lot of fuel. Jay Seward now into the pits. Let's see, if he loses 30 seconds here, he should come back behind Smurf, but they haven't pit yet either. It's okay, so Turner's going in, Smurf staying out. Interesting pit strategy from the drivers. Germ is improving his lap times. Oh, but he goes out. All the time he was going down the drain. Progenitor, man, I'm pushing so hard I can't seem to put good straddle laps together here. I saw that, mates. How can you be in the chat and in the race at the same time? Are you texting and driving? Or was that while during the pit stop? So 13 seconds behind Yak. So Progenitor is the last man standing here as it stands. He is 13 seconds behind Yak. Smoke and Hold into the pits. Should lose 13 seconds-ish. So he's gonna come back behind Yak, but in front of Progenitor. But Progenitor's got fresh soft boots. Smoke and Hold will have fresh soft boots as well. Progenitor coming down the straight now as Smoke and Hold comes out. Ooh, that's gonna be tight. It's gonna be very tight, but I think Smoke and Hold's got this one. It's got a tighter turn, lower speed, but much shorter distance to cover. That was actually quite close, only 2 seconds between them. I think it's more than 30 seconds that he loses in the pits. And Morin is in. Morin is in from P3. Smurf and Seward as well. So it's more than 30 seconds that we're looking at. So Germ is going to get Morin for sure. Let's stay with Jerm here, but the thing is, 10 laps to go. Morin's gonna put soft boots, and he's gonna go flying with a very light car as well. So he's already refueling. Okay, he's coming out. Jerm is already in front of him. So Jerm is already around the corner, around the hairpin. And here's Morin. Far behind. It's gonna be like 8 seconds. No, only 3 seconds. Wow. My visual calculations are way off. So 4 seconds behind. Actually, that's not too bad for Morin. With 10 laps, he should be able to lap more than a second per lap quicker. So Morin is looking to get a podium here in Laguna Seca, but he needs to get past Jerm first. Jerm's not gonna give the position away easily. Looking at the front runner, Sweaty Palms, one wheel on the dirt. 15.9 his fastest lap, while Makovo just done a 15.1 as he's about to lap Progenitor again. Progenitor opening up, slowing down, allowing the race leader to get past. Trying to get a toe there. I'm not sure if you guys remember in race 1 in Kyoto. I don't remember who he was, but I think it was Barry and Yoni were fighting for the lead. Great battle there towards the end of the race, and someone, a back marker, just was trying to stay close like this and just took both of them out. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Oh, funny as a commentator, I think the drivers were not so happy about that. But if you guys want to watch the replay of that, you can go on YouTube, Flatout Racing League YouTube, and watch the replay of the amateur division race 1 in Kyoto. As we see Makovo going purple again, he's flying, he's super quick. Sweaty Palms going over, 2/10 over his fastest lap. So let's go with these two guys here for now, because Jerm has already lost 2 seconds. So Jerm's lost 2 seconds in 1 or 2 laps to Morin. So Morin did a 17.5 against 18.7 from Jerm. So that was 1.2 seconds in 1 lap. So Jerm is losing time while Morin tries to close in. So Morin is already within slip range. It's going to be this lap. Let's go watch from the chase cam as they come into the corkscrew. Jerm's being really cautious. Into the right-hander. Oh, Morin almost took Jerm out. The difference in braking points there. And Jerm just gives way. Jerm does not want to fight, does not want to compromise his race. He's smart. It's best to lose 1 position than end up compromising the whole race. But truth be told, he could have just fought harder there because he's got 42 seconds to Jesse. 42 seconds to Jesse. So he could have fought harder, because even if he spun there, he wouldn't have lost 40 seconds. But now Jesse is under pressure from Turner. So Jesse is on the medium tires and Turner is on the softs. We've seen quite a bit of inconsistency from Turner earlier in the race. He's closing in now. We're gonna come back to them in a bit. Smurf is up to P7. That's very good stuff from Smurf, gaining positions in the pits. Jay Stewart is down to P8. Yak comes with a green lap there, which means he's improving his overall time. He's in P9. No, he's not actually improving. The game's lying to me. Smoke and Holt in P10, and Progenitor had another 140 there. So I think he went off track again in the last lap. Progenitor really struggling with pace in Laguna Seca. He was consistent as hell earlier on, doing 20s. But I don't know what happened. Maybe he got too excited, and yeah, it is what it is. But at least he's here. At least we still have 11 drivers on track. Meanwhile, Mac Ovo 31 laps. Open 31 laps already. 4.5 to go. He's flying 24 seconds over Sweaty Palms. I think the two front runners are gonna lap everyone. Maybe even more is gonna get lapped. So if you can see in the map in the top right, the red dot is Mac Ovo. So you see Moran, he's here at the end of the straight. So not very far. While Mac Ovo is lapping at 16 right now, is a little bit slower with the worn tires. If you can put under 16 seconds or more, he's gonna lap everyone from up to P3. It's not impossible. Germ might suffer that fate of being lapped. It just shows the pace of some of the drivers here in the amateur division. Really fast guys. Right, back to this battle. Jesse and Turner. The battle for P5. We're in the helicopter cam chasing the drivers here over the Cooper Tires arches. As they get past the sector 1. Turner is really close, and he's been doing faster laps than Jesse in the past 2 or 3 laps. Close the gap down to half a second. I think next lap we're gonna see a move from Turner. He needs to be very close here after the corkscrew into the... Ooh, what happened there from Jesse? A mistake. Got ghost. Became a ghost there for a short period of time. Turner almost took him out, but Jesse unable to recover quickly enough, and that's Turner through to P5. Great move there from the GTR driver. As they open lap 32, so that's 4 laps to go. 3, 4, 5. 4 laps to go. Jesse can still fight back, but on medium tires versus the softs, it's going to be really hard. The question is, does Turner have enough fuel though? Because looking at his fuel is quite low. It's much lower than Jesse here, sorry. So there is a risk that Turner might run out of fuel. Germ's got enough. He's in P4, 8 seconds behind Moran. So Moran got past and gapped. Sweaty Palms in P2 from start to finish. And Makovo leading from start to finish. power things here at the back. They are still in lap 31 as the front runners. Makovo is already in lap 34. Makovo, a monster. Super quick, and we see Germ there already in the same camera shot. So Germ might get lapped by the leader. One and a half laps left to go. As Ovo comes to open the final lap. The Canadian driver won the last round and he's gonna win again, perhaps. So he won round 4 in Le Mans. The last round, round 5, didn't happen. Autopolis missed out on that one. But here comes Makovo, the final lap, leading from start to finish, pole position, fastest lap. I don't think anyone can take his lap anymore this late in the race. Comes around the corner into the uphill. Into the corkscrew he comes. I think Germ's gonna manage to avoid being lapped by the leader. Just about. Comes down the hill. 2 corners to go for Ovo to take another win here in Flatout Racing League. This is round 6 of Amateur Division Laguna Seca, and leading from start to finish comes Makovo to take another win. Sweaty palms a little bit further back, fuel almost over, but here he comes to extend the championship lead. Sweaty palms in the Honda NSX. That's P2 for him. It's Mark Moran a little bit further back, 40 seconds from the leader. Actually, very good race for Moran. He's sitting in P3 in the championship. He'll be able to extend that lead and solidify himself actually in P3 with this result. So everybody from P5 and behind has already crossed the finish line. That's Turner, Jesse and Mrs. Murph. Here comes Moran to finish the race in P3 and complete the podium. That's great stuff from Moran. As Germ, great result for him as well. The Eurolax driver is gonna take P4. Doing his little thing there, zigzag across the finish line. Here comes Germ in P4, great race. And then we have Turner in P5, Jesse P6, not that far behind, great stuff from Jesse. Mrs. Murph P7, Jay Seward, Stachyniak, Smoke and Holt, and Progenitor. Very good race here in Laguna Seca for round 6 of Flatout Racing League Amateur Division. Look at him, Mac Ovo, celebrating another win with a pole position, clean race, and the fastest lap. Great stuff from him. Definitely a championship contender. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We are done with Amateur Division. We're gonna have a quick break before we go into the Pro Lobby, starting immediately after this. We are already 10 minutes late. But thanks everyone for joining. Thanks all the drivers for the race. See you guys again in a few weeks. And I see you again shortly with the pros. Be right back, guys. See you soon.
Introducing RS30 Ultra. The first sim racing wheel and pedals designed by a professional championship racer. RS30 brings next-level realism to your racing sims. Sense the road, know your vehicle, and get faster lap times as you tear through the track. Dual helical gear motors give you more torque than traditional gear drive motors, with the same smoothness and quietness of a belt drive motor. Experience a stunning 6 Nm of torque, the most torque per dollar than any other wheel, and fast, accurate feedback with 0 dead zones. Feel every nuance and know exactly when you're understeering, oversteering, or losing traction. Spring-loaded pedals give you responsive throttle modulation and brake progression for absolute control and precision, just like the real thing. 2 additional paddles can be used as clutch and e-brake, or as pedal-free throttle and brakes. A rotation switch lets you easily toggle between simulation racing and arcade-style racing. Even the diameter of the wheel is calibrated to exact race car specifications. From the metal build to the suede wheel and steel pedals, every detail is dialed to give the entire system a high-end feel. Get better, go faster, win more, and enjoy every second of it. With RS30 Ultra, you'll race like a pro and feel like one too. RS30 Ultra by GTR Simulator. Go fast.